Hi, I'm Rick Spillane. I'm with the new facilities team here at All Saints, and hopefully got a chance to sit through on the presentations after Mass on November 7th and 8th, where we provided some updates to the new facilities, both in terms of status and the way ahead. But if you didn't, I thought it'd be maybe worthwhile to put together a short video to give you the opportunity to see what we have going on. Our parish surveys indicates there's a lot of requirements for different types of facilities, but the surveys also indicate that a new church is the number one priority. So taking a phased approach, we'll look to incorporate a new church designed to almost double the capacity that we currently have, but also engineered so it can expand well beyond that if needed in the future. We'll also incorporate a classroom wing, which will alleviate some of the crowding that we've experienced both in our classrooms and meeting rooms for our ministries. By focusing on building a new church first, it'll free up the existing worship area so that we can make that into our fellowship and social hall. Also, phase one will include some minor modifications to the existing administrative area, making more efficient use of the space, and will include some expanded parking. Not included in any phase, but just separate smaller projects that can be done at any time. You'll see a columbarium, a playground, and also a more garden area. Finally, phase two, which we would anticipate at this time to be about 2 decades out, will incorporate additional classrooms, our full discipleship center, and again, some additional parking. So to give you an idea of what that might look like, this is the master plan that was recently approved by the diocese. And as you can see by the circle here, this darker brown is our existing building and our existing administrative area as well. In the middle here, you can see what we consider phase one, which I was just discussing, which would include the classroom wing and a new church, and again, some additional parking. Finally, phase two, as you can see over here, is designed intentionally so that it can be flexible as the needs and requirements of the parish grow in the future. But notionally, this would be another classroom wing in our discipleship center. Based on benchmarking we did throughout the diocese, we visited several churches and looked at design and cost ideas. And with the approval of the Finance Council, the Parish Council, and the diocese, we contracted an architect to put together these preliminary schematics. And this would be the floor plan of the church that we just discussed that would be part of phase one. And you can see it has pews. Definitely the things that our surveys indicate people are looking for is to have a church that actually looks and feels like a church and is appropriate for the celebration of the Eucharist. And so this design is based on one that we found in that benchmarking process. And you can see it also incorporates the classroom wing that fits into it. To give you an idea based on the benchmarking, and again, this is just notional because our church won't necessarily look just like this, but the designs that we based it off of would look something like this. So when you approach it, this might be what the front might look like. Here's an idea of what maybe the narthex might look like. The takeaway is lots of additional space. It's about 3 times the size of our current gathering area. One of the things our surveys indicated was this desire for a family room, a place for prior to weddings, families or the bride can get ready, or prior to a funeral, a family can meet with the pastor. And this again is give you an idea of what something like that might look like, with the picture on the left showing leading off of the narthex into the family room, and the picture on the right of what a family room might look like. The sanctuary of the floor plan we based our design on looks like this. Again, ours won't look exactly like this, but hopefully it gives you a better visual of what you might expect to see when you look at the schematic or floor plan. In terms of cost and finances, phase one initial estimate is that it's going to cost somewhere between $6 and $7 million. That estimate will be refined as we go through the process and gain more fidelity on actual cost. Currently, we have about $1 million in the building fund, so we'll need to conduct a capital campaign, and there's potential to get a loan from the diocese based on the amount that we can consistently show that our offertory exceeds our operating expense. Initial feedback from the diocese is that for a parish of our size and in our financial standing, this is very doable and it's a very feasible project and amount. The reality is it will depend on us and the continued generosity of those who have given, and that we can all pull together to make this a reality. So what's next? We'll continue to work with the diocese on the various levels of approval that they require. And we'll also be looking to fill out some teams for key aspects of the project, looking for folks who have both hopefully the expertise, but certainly that are volunteer and would want to help do research and help us move this project forward. This is really an exciting time to be here at All Saints. And on behalf of the new facilities team, I thank you for your continued generosity and look forward to helping to make this a reality for our parish for now and for those to come after us.